Hello, Katie. I wanted to respond to your video because you raised some very thought-provoking points, and there's a couple of things I wanted to respond to in what you said. Firstly, you've got a very pro-drug stance, and on this particular point, I have to disagree with you because I did a lot of drugs when I was younger, and hell of a lot, and still live with the consequences of it. So yeah, I do know a thing or two about them. And looking at you, I mean, I can probably name at least half the drugs you're on. So just from the way you are. But saying that, the point you raised about drugs should be legal, should be a choice, and the reason they're not is because they're not taxable. That's wrong, because if you legalize it, you can tax it. It's as simple as that. You make it legal and sell it in shops, and you put a tax on it, and it's no harder than that. The reason that drugs are legal is because they fuck up the workforce. If your workforce is too wasted to work and not productive, then you hurt the country, and that's why governments leave drugs illegal, because the mental health wards are full of people like us.
Freedom should not be regulated within certain limits. Okay, we live in.
Well, I'd like to know your definition of within certain limits, but I think whoever you ask is going to have a different answer to that. You could ask a left-wing liberal tree-hugging lesbian, and you're going to get, everything should be allowed, apart from things that hurt the planet. And then you could ask a conservative Christian, and you're like, everything should be allowed that the Lord says should be allowed, and those things the Lord said that we should stone people for, we should stone people for, which isn't a good thing. So everybody has a different view on that, and the problem is you've only got one law, not a law for each individual based on their own moral perspective.
Why, if you kill somebody, why should that warrant the rest of your fucking life in prison? And I know the argument against this, and it's invalid. When people say, well, what if somebody killed someone you love? Well, that would obviously make me fucking biased.
Wow, that's a really thought-provoking argument. I've never actually heard that argument raised before, and it's really challenging every accepted social norm. Why do people who kill go to jail for life? Is it to stop them killing again? Or is it revenge? I think for that you have to look at each case individually. And it is a debate I think should be opened and discussed. I don't think anyone would have a problem with somebody who is getting raped from killing their attacker as a means of self-defense and stuff like that. That kind of thing is already accepted in our law as being legal. And certainly I think if somebody's going to kill again, then jail for life is the only option. But what about all those people in between? It's never something I put thought into before, and thank you for raising that question.